It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
All right, we'll get going with our qualifying press conferences for our NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race here at Dover this weekend, Camping World RV 400, presented by AAA. Mark Martin has qualified second, driver of number 8, U.S. Army Chevrolet, 15th top 10th start in this event, Mark, the 28th top 10th start at this track for you. Why don't you talk about the run out there today and how that's going to help you in the race come Sunday?
Well, you know, the track position and the pit stall choice, you know, will help. This, you know, is so competitive today. You know, that will make our life a little bit easier. Sure would have liked to have got that first pit stall, but we'll take second choice and be happy. Just really a privilege for me to drive for the U.S. Army and Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. I've had such a fun time driving Tony Gibson's car this year. I believe that this has been the most fun I've ever had, and certainly a great day today. We're on a mission to get a win with the 8 car, and this would be a great place to do it.
We have our wireless mics with us, so raise your hand, please, if you've got a question for Mark Martin. We'll bring it to you. Give us your name and affiliation, if you would. All the way back. All the way back.
David Poole, Star Observer. The only guy that beat you today was Jeff Gordon, and there's been a lot of talk about, you know, he can't do this and he can't do that, and he hadn't won this and he hadn't won that. You're a fairly trained observer of him. I guess you've seen him race as much as anybody. Has Jeff Gordon changed? Is he a different driver today than he was 5 years ago, or what can you say about the year he's hadn't won this year and all that stuff that's been said about him?
Well, David, you know, honestly, yes. I think all of us that have been doing it for the last 5 years are a little bit different drivers than we were 5 years ago. You know, Jeff has run really, really well this year. It's been a very competitive year, and anybody that wants to count him out better stand back and watch. You know, they can put on the fire streak like you couldn't believe. All they have to do is just hit the setup, you know, on the race car, something that he really likes, and that can come any day at any racetrack. So, and once that starts, that'll translate to other racetracks. So, you know, no one needs to count him out. He's an incredible, you know, some of the people weren't around when he came into this thing. He was the most incredibly talented driver that a lot of us had seen, and he still is that same guy and same incredibly talented race car driver, and has potential to, you know, to get on a roll and be a chase contender for sure here.
Other questions for Mark? Also joined by Denny Hamlin, who's going to start third in the race on Sunday. This is his 9th top 10 start this season, second for this race, and his 3rd career top 10 start at Dover. Denny, congratulations on your run. Why don't you talk about it?
It's our 9th top 10 start because 7 of them were rainouts. So we don't qualify that well. This was regardless. We ended up in top 6 or 7. I think it was probably going to be our best run all year. So this was the first race we actually did nothing but qualifying trim. So we spent a lot of effort in it and paid off. That's good for us, and it's good to have a reward when you work so hard.
Questions for Denny Hamlin?
Thanks. Is this Denny?
Yep.
Hi. Could you just speak about the last couple weeks for you and your team, what that's done for your sense of what's possible in the chase this season? It seems like you all have been kind of the quiet Gibbs team for a lot of the season, but you're looking like the class of the field. Thank you.
I mean, we knew when to come on, I feel like, and we didn't sweat, what was going on for the regular season. We knew we just had to get in. We didn't want to have to squeak in like we did, and we didn't necessarily squeak in. We probably made it by 150 points, but we knew the final 10 was a total different ball game. I learned last year it does not matter what you do the first 25, 26 races, because the last 10 is all that counts. And we set the world on fire last year before the chase started, and when the chase started, it just like went straight downhill. We had one bad race, and then next thing you know, it just snowballed and had a continuation of bad races trying to make up for the just one race. And I think I'm more patient this year with that. You try 110% each week, but I mean you find a little bit extra juice in your tank basically these last 10 races when you've been given a boost like our race team has, and it's just that's kind of carrying us on right now.
Monty Dutton, Justin, is that Denny, when Mark was just in here, and whenever a guy has a bad year, there's always things that, doesn't want it bad enough, whatever. And I think that most fans really don't understand in a multi-car team, they don't understand how different drivers have different things they like. For a lot of people, if you drive at Hendrick and you're not doing as well as the other guys at Hendrick, or if you're driving at Gibbs or whatever, they just don't understand. They always think that you're not getting the best stuff, that there's some pecking order or something that's based on the way the point standings look. Can you explain just in words how important and why is it that the chemistry between crew chief and all that, what is it that separates those efforts, and how come you hit it perfect one year and you don't hit it the next?
It's pretty much hard to say. I know you can take Jeff Gordon, for instance. There's no doubt that he's just as good as Jimmy Johnson is. Why isn't he winning the races? I don't know. It's just some years, it seems like you struggle to find what you need in your race car to make it work, and there's some years where you can't do anything wrong, and it's tough for us to figure that out because it seemed like we went through a stage at the beginning of the year that our best effort we could run the latter half of the top 10. We couldn't do anything to run up front, and then it seems like now we can't do much wrong to the car to run out of the top 5. So it's tough to say, and we're not changing anything. We're not doing anything. There is no pecking order. The only pecking order for us is whatever team's higher in points gets a better hotel room, and that's about it. And so, I mean, for us, it doesn't make much difference. I know I got the same thing as Kyle. I got the same thing as Tony. Me being higher in points or worse in points doesn't make me a worse or better driver than I was 3 races ago. It's just sometimes you get things clicking and you get everyone fired up and everyone's pumped up and going to the racetrack with their chests out. I think it goes a little bit further than, that chemistry just goes a little bit further on that racetrack than what people realize.
It's me again. The hotel room comment, I've never heard that. Are you for real? And if so, could you just elaborate a bit? Is it like all the crew guys get literally a better hotel room, or the driver does?
Well,
or is that a joke?
No. Well, there's a few racetracks where, Joe gives racing such a, we've got so many people on the road, you can't all fit in one hotel room. So, usually I think it works to where the team that's the lowest in owners' points or team that's lowest in points gets the hotel that's furthest away. So that's how it works. So I got razzed by the guys for the last few weeks about being the last one to choose on their hotel room. So now we're the first.
Other questions for Denny?
Thank you.
Good luck.